Yor.
Yo, what up, Devin? I'm just about to start on these agendas to get that free dark matter because I pretty much sold my whole team today.
On these agendas. Now, New York
Today I sold Giannis,
We've
I
got
sold
Kyle
King
Lowry.
James, I
He's
sold
out there
David
with Kawhi
Robinson,
Leonard
Akeem
and Dennis Robinson
Olajuwon,
in
and
at
Zach
the 5.
LaVine. So I'm hoping to get one of those players back, if
Ooh,
not a
good
player that
finish
can
at the
replace
rack
them.
off the slick feed.
Well, he can be so good in the pick and roll when he collects the ball.
And
He knows where
I think
everyone
I'll
is
be
on
able
the
to
floor.
replace them pretty easily because you can get a dark matter from this agenda, and then next week you can get another dark matter from the Flash agenda.
New York making
And then
a
if
switch
I would
here.
have done the
Smith's
salary cap
checked in.
agendas or just play salary cap, I would have got another dark matter over there, but I forgot to start what's going on here? But I could have got three free dark matters this season, but I never got to start salary cap. So I think it's pretty worth it to do these agendas because it's going to lead to 2 free dark matters, you know, one from here and one from the Flash agendas. And I got all of those done. So I sold most of my team off, well, and I'm just looking for some replacement pieces now.
Lowry kicks to Robinson. Back to Lowry.
You know what's funny is the first two are pretty fun, and then when you get to this one, score 26 points with Diamond Kyle Lowry, it's not too fun. It's pretty boring.
Fires from deep.
He kind of sucks ass. This jump shot is really bad. It's practically unusable.
Duncan dishes to Robinson. Outside for Lowry.
I just can't hit any threes with him.
A 3-ball. It's stolen by Green. About a minute played so far here in the first. And
yeah, I think I'm up to the 4th one, so it's not too bad. It looks like it's gonna take about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get all. Oh, no wonder he was injured. Well, that's great. Let's see if I have any injury cards. It's so funny. This game will do anything to keep you on the game for longer than you have to be. So it hit the player that I need to complete this agenda. What a coincidence. He got injured. Now let's see if I have any injury cards. Says he's not injured. Just gonna hit him up with an injury card if I have one. I don't know why I was saying he was injured. That makes no sense. Okay, I'm just gonna start off that challenge again. Just gonna have to start it over. Yeah, I got 3 of them done. This is my 4th one. They're really not that bad. They're pretty fun, pretty simple, pretty easy, not too time consuming. I just want to get it over with and see what dark matter it's going to lead to. I'm hoping I can get a replacement for one of the players I sold today. I would love to get back dark matter Giannis.
So the New York starting 5. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Robinson is out there with Duncan. Then there's Lowry. And it's Irving.
Those are the same cards I'm gunning for. I'm gunning to get back Giannis and King James.
Curry is out there with Livingston, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Looney in at the pivot
In the
spot,
next
man,
couple of weeks, the market is going to crash really bad. So any card that you could have right now that's sellable, sell it. Because you can always buy it back for cheaper in 2 weeks from now. So that's why I sold all my players, because I saw the market was crashing pretty bad. So I figured, let me sell them now while I can still get something for them. And then in 2 weeks from now, if I want to buy back, who was it that I sold? Akeem Olajuwon, or I want to buy back David Robinson. I could easily buy back any of those players for the super low.
Set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
So right now, I'm running like a completely different team than I was running just last night.
Outside for Curry, just 3 to shoot.
And what's shitty is I have 46 wins in Showdown, and I'm still trying to get to 60 wins by the end of the season. But I still have a good enough lineup to do it.
Up and in on the layup.
You gotta give it up for Lowry's toughness.
But all of those cards you mentioned, Devin, are really, really good, especially Kawhi. All of those cards that you're mentioning, those are the same cards I'm gunning for.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's the screen. Inside.
Oh, I would also like to get Chet. I haven't had a chance to play with Chet this year, so I'm not sure if he's really, really good. I'm not sure how good Chet is. But in all the videos I watch, Chet is always highly recommended. He's always S tier. So if I can get Chet, I would forget about getting David Robinson, Joel Embiid, Akeem. Also, I would like to get Kareem. Kareem would be another card that I haven't had the chance to play with that I hear is super good.
He's off on the first.
Nowadays, I find myself chasing the Dark Matters more than I'm chasing the 100s. Because
and now, just
I'm not in love with all of the names attached to the 100s. Like, I would rather play with Akeem Olajuwon and David Robinson and Kareem than play with C-Web. So I wish the 100s would get better, bigger names.
To the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it's Leonard missing. And it's the Warriors on the break. Livingston, that's good.
Oh my gosh. This challenge is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be.
Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the
Oh my god, if I get Kareem, I'll be so happy if I get Kareem. I'll be in tears if I get Kareem. Tears of joy. That's how happy I'll fucking be if I get Kareem. That I actually shed some tears of joy. It'll be the best thing that happened to me all week. I haven't gotten anything good from this game in weeks.
No one's around, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Lowry. Duncan, the pass to Lowry.
This card is such a crappy-ass card. The movement on this card is terrible.
The second chance effort. Green with the
can't shoot for shit.
Not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Lowry from outside, and that
oh my god,
by Duncan.
This three-point shot is practically unusable. That's how bad it is.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's gonna
you know what, Devin? I would wait on picking out a center because the reason why I never bought Galaxy Opal Wemby is because I'm waiting to see, when are they going to drop the next Wemby? Is it going to be a Dark Matter Wemby? Is it going to be a 100 overall Wemby? Is it going to be an Invincible Wemby? I'm waiting to see what the next Wemby is going to be before I even think about buying that Galaxy Opal Wemby. Because that Galaxy Opal Wemby is still $1 million MT, and I feel like that's still way too much for a, Galaxy Opal. And I'm waiting for him to come down in price before I spend that much MT on an Opal. Or else I would have bought him by now. But I've been waiting to buy Wemby. Waiting for his price to come down. It's the only opal that's still worth like $1 million plus MT. But if they drop a Dark Matter Wemby, I'm going to invest in a Dark Matter Wemby. I'll forget about the opal Wemby. But if it's a Invincible or if it's a 100 Wemby, those are going to be too costly. I'm just going to buy the opal Wemby because then his price is going to drop. So I'm just waiting to find out what's going to happen with the next Wemby. I've been like so anticipating that card.
No good.
I honestly think about that card every single day. Like, when is the next Wemby gonna drop?
Now here's Livingston. Defense is right there, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent.
They make it so difficult to shoot with this card. It's unreal.
But the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
A guy that simply gives his team an edge when he's on the court. Lowry.
You know what? I would say that Pink Diamond Wemby is still a top 10 center in this game. It's still really useful. I would rather use Pink Diamond Wemby than Pink Diamond Ed Kirby that everybody loves.
Never has been, never
So
will
Pink
be.
Diamond Wemby is still a top 10 center for sure, I think. If not top 15. But I would rather use him than Ed Kirby, that a lot of people like.
Closely. Launches it. Warriors.
Oh my God, his jumper is so ugly. He's got the nastiest jumper I've ever seen on a player.
Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Some changes here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut.
Oh, I'm rooting for the Warriors. I like the Warriors. I like the addition of Jimmy Butler. I think that was a really great addition for the cheap, for the low. And also, I'm worried about my Lakers. I don't know what's going to go on with the Lakers, but LeBron, he doesn't look like he cares. He doesn't look like he's trying out there. Doesn't look like he's putting much effort, and looks like he's just kind of padding stats. Try not to get the blame for the, all the losing they're doing, but they're gonna lose.
And then altering their shots.
And I feel like this is gonna take a toll on LeBron's legacy. You just got the player that made it to the NBA Finals last year by himself. All he had was Kyrie Irving, and you can't even get out of the first round with the guy that made it to the Finals last year. I think that's pretty pathetic, pretty sad, and it's gonna look bad on his resume. It's gonna tarnish his legacy for sure, even some more.
Three-pointer, Lowry. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Lowry's got 14 points for the game.
Well,
he's gonna have to do something because he's looking old and slow and just disconnected, uninterested in the game.
And that one released in time, but
the LeBron James that I know that cares isn't gonna mess up on an inbound play. He's not gonna take a step back three when he can just barrel, to the rim. He's unstoppable. I don't know why he's over there taking so many threes in this game, and he's just putting very little effort. Turnovers. Like he's not playing very LeBron-like. I know his numbers say otherwise, but those numbers are just filler numbers. And if they lose in the first round, I think next year the Lakers have to do some serious changing. And you have to build around Luka. You have to start building your team around Luka. You got to move past, King James. I know he's the king, but his era is done.
They've got Lowry.
I don't think he's going to get another chip with the Lakers or with anyone else.
In at the center position.
Looks like Karl Malone out there, old and stiff. That's pretty lit, Devin. I haven't been to a game since last year. Last year I went to a Magic game. I forgot which one it was, but I haven't been to a game in quite some time.
When you get the ball into the paint.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to.
Devin, where do you have LeBron James ranked on your all-time, top 10 list? Is he your GOAT? Do you have him as number one?
And it's Brown in for Smith.
Oh my God. That's crazy, Devin. I don't have LeBron ranked that high. I have him ranked somewhere around number 7, number 8.
For the three.
He doesn't have enough championship rings to be number 1.
And how about Kyle Lowry?
You can't lower the standards for someone that just because he's your favorite player. You got to hold them also like a certain standard.
11-point game. And then Cousins with the dunk.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
I have Michael Jordan number 1, 6 rings. I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar number 2, 6 rings. I have Bill Russell number 3, 11 rings. I've got Kobe number 4, 5 rings. I've got Magic Johnson number 5, 5 rings. I've got Tim Duncan number 6, 5 rings also. I got Shaq number 7. He's got 4 rings, and I got LeBron James ranked number 8, I guess. Sometimes I'll rank him as number 9 because I even have Steph Curry kind of over him. I like to rank Steph Curry number 8. He's got 4 rings and a better finals record. Then I got LeBron number 9, and I got Larry Bird number 10.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential.
I know. The thing is that Bill Russell played in the non-modern era, so I'm not going to count his rings that he won in the non-modern era as the standard. The standard in the modern era is 6 rings because, you know, the modern era, I think, starts somewhere in the 70s or 80s. So, Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as far as it goes with the modern era, they have the most rings. So to me, 6 rings is the standard. If you want to be in the top 5, you need 5 rings or more. You can't come to the GOAT table, to the GOAT discussion with 3 rings and a COVID chip and say, hey, I'm the GOAT. You got to have 5 legitimate rings or more to get into that GOAT conversation, at least in my book. And if you're talking skill-wise, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant have far more skill than LeBron in my eyes. I've seen a lot of basketball, but if you want to make an argument, could LeBron James be mentioned as like a 1 in the top 5 eventually, or in the top, you know, like if you want to say, hey, him, Michael, and Kobe are the 3 GOATs, I wouldn't argue with that. I would take LeBron James over Magic Johnson, but Magic Johnson has 5 rings and he has a better finals record, and Magic Johnson was pretty damn elite. Tim Duncan's got 5 rings and he's also got a better finals record. So there's just certain criteria that you have to hit as a champion to be in the GOAT conversation.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
And he is a power player.
A 2K GOAT. I want to say the 2K GOAT used to be Kobe, but there's no more Kobe in the game. So I want to say the 2K GOAT is definitely Wemby nowadays. I want to say, as far as it goes, as like which player you should get like first, you know, which player is the most important to have on your team in this game, I would say Wemby's the most important player you could have, you know, in this game.
Thompson kicks to Green.
Wemby and Yao Ming is always pretty important to have on this team late in the year.
Because it makes everything easier for his team.
Porzingis is kind of up there. I always say like a big center and a big power forward, you know, is the most important 2 positions you want to fill in this game.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Also, a big point guard in this game is really helpful. So big point guards like SGA, I think are, you know, top cards in this game. I think LeBron is a top card, but the problem with that is that once you could play Giannis at the 3, there's almost no reason to play LeBron at the 3 anymore. If you could run Giannis at the 3, there's just no reason to run King James at the 3 anymore. I think LeBron is really good for the early stages of the game.
Kicks it out to Leonard. 3-pointer, Lowry. The Warriors pull it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure.
Oh, is this your GOAT list?
Give him too good.
LeBron, MJ, Kobe.
First free throw of the game here.
I don't see who's number 3. Magic, Curry, Timmy, Bird. Okay, not bad so far. You know your stuff, little man. I don't have Wilt in my top 10 because he didn't win enough championships. I know he's got all of these scoring records and he's broken so many records, but he doesn't have enough championships.
For his defense, he's got the size, the lateral.
And I can see why, you know, somebody would put Bill Russell number 9, especially like
Looking at who's out there now for the
I could easily take Bill Russell off of my list because, you know, he played in the non-modern era, but that would only bump LeBron up to like number 8 on my list. I really don't have King James too high on my list. Anyone that has gone 4 for 10 in the finals really can't be. There's no way he can be the GOAT. You know, there's no way he can be the GOAT when Steph Curry, who played in the same era, as King James, ate off his plate 4 times. He won 4 championships in the same era, and he has a better finals record. And he didn't have to leave the Golden State Warriors. He didn't have to form a super team. He didn't have to, you know, draft a bunch of players over to his team. Steph Curry did it the correct way, and real natural and organic. The way a team is supposed to be built. And LeBron James kind of did it the non-traditional way by just stacking up his team. And I don't feel that you could put LeBron James over Steph Curry when Steph Curry has just as many championships, a better finals record, and he revolutionized the game of basketball. We now play basketball completely different. We now play basketball the way Steph Curry plays basketball. We all want to play basketball the way he plays it. Yo, what up, Matthew? What's good, my dude? I'm over here doing these agendas so I can get the free dark matter. And I sold my whole team off. I sold King James. I sold Giannis. I sold Akeem. I sold David Robinson. And I sold Zach LaVine.
Gotta get a shower.
So I'm hoping I get a good dark matter out of here so I can start replacing some of those players. And hopefully I get something good. But I'm hoping to get a really good dark matter out of this. Or at least, like, I'll even take, like, players like, I would love to get a Ron Artest. Like I said, I wouldn't mind getting Kareem. I wouldn't mind getting Joel Embiid. There's so many good dark matters that I'm hoping to get. Because for me, the dark matters still run. I really like the names that they attach the dark matters to. I really like those names, and I still like running those dark matters. There's so many good ones. Okay. Win the game. Doesn't sound too difficult. Oh, it's a 3-on-3 game. Okay, I'm going to put in my 3 best cards. Ooh. I forgot I sold so many of my cards. What are my 3 best cards right now? I'm going to have to go with Kawhi. This Kawhi card is so good. It's better than Dark Matter Dr. J. I ran Dark Matter Dr. J for like a season and a half, and I thought no card was going to replace him. No card was going to be able to replace him either at the 2 or the 3. But this Kawhi Leonard card was able to replace Dr. J. That's how good it is. It's an excellent card. If you can get your hands on on Kawhi Leonard, he's that damn good. Better than Dr. J and better than Scottie Pippen and just as good as no, he's even better than King James. He's a really, really good card. Excellent card. I love that card. I'm so glad that I have him. And who else can I run? Oh, SGA is a winner. Also, Dark Matter SGA is more than usable. This card is excellent. Let me show you how many badges I have on him. Because I have all of them. He's completely badged out. This card is so amazing. Dark Matter SGA, just as good as the 100. Trust me. Matthew, you got all the good cards. Damn, you got Kawhi? Matthew, did you complete these challenges for the free Dark Matter that you can get today? These challenges, they only took like an hour and a half, to be honest. They're not that difficult. They're real easy. And they're kind of fun. I have to admit, they're not too bad. I really like them because they're easy, they're fun, and they're not time consuming. And that's a win for me. And I'm going to get a Dark Matter in like the next hour. So I'm real happy about that. I'm real excited. Super stoked. Guys, I hate when they use this fucking retrovision. It's ridiculous. I feel like I'm playing video games on a tube TV in 1984 and I'm playing like PlayStation 1 at best. It is so fucking... I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty retro. Also, I really did enjoy the Derek Fisher challenge. It brought me back to that moment. And when 2K does little things like this, it brings you back to a moment, like a history, you know, a moment in time in basketball. When you actually had to watch basketball like this. You know, it takes you kind of back in time. Yo, what up, Jacob? I'm over here completing these agendas, trying to get a good dark matter. I'm just hoping I don't get one of the crappy ones. I don't even want to speak their names into existence, but I'm just hoping I can avoid a crappy dark matter or a duplicate. I just want to get something new and something that I could actually use and something that's fun to run. And lately I've been having a lot of fun on Showdown. I have 45 wins, and they've been the easiest wins ever this season. I've been doing a lot of winning on Showdown, and it's been making the game super fun. And I love the team that I have. I was running Giannis at the 3. I had King James off the bench. I had Kawhi. I had Dr. J. So I want to get some of those players back. Also, guys, I want to recommend, if you have any sellable cards, now's the time to sell them because the market is crashing big time and you don't want to wait any longer. You know, there's only 2 weeks left in the season. You have to start selling your cards today if you want to get any sort of MT back on them. You know, you invest a lot into your cards and you want to make sure that you can recuperate some of that MT. So if you got any sellable cards, sell them today. You know, if you got anything you want to list in the auction house, sneakers, takeover boost, badges, list them today. Start listing them now. There's only 2 weeks left in the season. What's going on with my shooting right now? Computer thinks they're gonna fucking give me a challenge here and shit. Trying to make me sweat it out for no reason. You know, 2K is gonna make it a little bit difficult to get a free dark matter out of them. I'm back. But yeah, if you got anything you can sell those players now because now's the time to sell. You don't want to wait any longer than today. And the market is crashing so bad that like a lot of dark matters have become affordable. Even like the really big names like, you know, King James and, you know, Chet's only like 300,000 now, so like now's the time to sell and also buy because the cards have come down tremendously.
Got 2 sellable CRDS and am not selling them.
I had too many sellable cards. I think I had like 4 or 5, so it was kind of time for me to sell and kind of cash in on them. Like I said, if you want to buy them back later on, you could always buy them back when the market crashes again. And the market is going to crash at the end of every single season. It crashes. You can guarantee that. I really don't want to have to do this one over. Oh. Those are 2 pink diamonds I would hold on to, especially if you have them badged out. If you got pink diamond Wemby and Dr. J badged out, like even some legends on them, you really don't need to sell them. As long as you're winning with those cards in Showdown, that's all that counts. Like, that's why I'm not chasing any, like, 100s down or Invincibles. Because if I'm winning with the Dark Matters, I really don't need to, you know, upgrade my players or upgrade my team. Even though there are a bunch of Dark Matters, they're the Dark Matters I like, and I'm winning with them. So as long as you're winning with them, there's no reason to replace those cards or have to upgrade. Now, if you're not winning with those cards anymore, then it might be time, you know, for an upgrade. But they're not outdated until you're not winning with them. That's what I say. As long as you're winning with them, those cards are fine. And I feel like for Park, you can run with any card out there. And for salary cap, Pink Diamond, Wemby, and Dr. J are excellent cards for salary cap. Why don't you play any Showdown? Too sweaty? You'd be able to survive out there, Deb. You'd be fine out there. You'd get your wins. I can see you making it easily to 15 to 16, 60 wins. If I'm able to get to 60 wins, and you know, I just started playing this game last year, anybody can get to 60 wins. Oh my god, I hate this fucking retro vision, man. It's getting on my nerves. That's crazy because I'm really good at 5v5, but I'm trash at Park. And it feels like to me sometimes, like, even if you're good at 5v5, that doesn't translate at being good at Park, which is a 3-on-3 situation. And I noticed that most people that are good at Park, they're not really too good at 5v5.
Over to my friend's house and do a 2K tournament on Sunday.
Like, they don't even play salary cap. And that mode is super easy. Man, the fucking computer is really stepping it up in this game. How do you turn it off? A 2K tournament is awesome. Me and my boys used to do that all the time. We still do that. We still be having our own little 2K tournaments. Minus the sleepovers. Minus the sleepovers. I'm just gonna do it like this. I really don't mind them too much. I really don't mind the filter too much. I just really fucking... What I hate is how much of a problem the computer's being right now. I just want to win this game and get to the next agenda. It's funny, sometimes the computer plays better than some actual people play the game.
Try rhythm shooting on high risk.
You know what? I was thinking about going to high risk. I know everyone's been talking about that lately, you know, and I think I'm still shooting on normal or low risk, but I know everyone's been talking lately, like, you know, that you have to be on high risk at this point. And I may change to high risk eventually. I think I'm going to, but maybe for season 7 I'll go to high risk. Right now I'm kind of used to fucking low risk and normal, but maybe for the next season I'm gonna change it over to high risk. Even though I'm not the best 3-point shooter in the world, I'm just like an average 3-point shooter. Yeah, I know you get a bigger green window, and maybe that's gonna help. I also got to get into rhythm shooting. I know everyone is rhythm shooting nowadays. I'm just not a big fan of being forced to do something that I don't want to do. I don't want to be forced into rhythm shooting, into stick shooting, because it's not something that I prefer, and it's not something that I'm used to. I like using the button, and I don't want to be forced to convert into something 2K wants me to do to get a bigger green window. It's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to be forced into doing something you don't want to do, and I feel like a lot of people don't want to rhythm shoot.
You don't have to throw.
No, I know, Dev, I know. It's just I wish they didn't fuck with the green window so much this year. I think they made the shooting way difficult, and I think it needs to go back to the way it was last year, where it was like, you know,
Real player percent.
more based off of like muscle memory, and you know, you could hit that green window 15 times and you would make 15 3-pointers in a row. Where this year it's a lot of RNG and it's a lot of, you know, the green window is so small, it's awful. I really think next year they have to improve the shooting for people to enjoy this game a lot more. Okay, the next challenge is match Bob's Game 7 performance and score 37 points in a game. Oh, that's not too bad. What position does he play? Oh, he's a small forward. Okay, I'm going to have to put him into the lineup. Okay, let's put SGA back in the starting lineup. Because Kyle was like one of the worst cards I've ever seen in my life. And then let's go over here and let's go get Bob and put him in the starting lineup. Where the fuck is he? But he is gonna suck ass. It's gonna suck ass using him. Okay, I don't see him anywhere. Okay, he's gotta be somewhere around here. I got so many crappy pink diamonds on my team. I wish I could just trade them in. But they're all lock-ins. Okay, hold up. I did get the card and shit. Where the fuck is he? Okay, let me see. Where the fuck is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. I think after this, I have like 4 more to do, and then we're going to open up that Dark Matter Premium Pack, and I can't wait to see what's it going to be. Oh, and I'm going to add a prize ball so we could pop that open too. That's another thing is this year, there's not enough prize balls. Like last year, you used to get one like every other game. Last year, I would be popping open like 6 prize balls a fucking week. This year, it takes like a special event to get one. They're not going to take too long, Devin. You can do like 5 of them in the first 20 minutes. You can do at least half of them in like 20 minutes. They're pretty simple.
And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
And they're not too bad. They're pretty fun. They're okay.
And for the Knicks, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Dandridge, and it's Duncan, and it's Robinson in at the 5 down low.
Okay, so I gotta score 36 points with them to get this challenge completed. And then it's on to the next. But like I'm saying, I'll be real happy if I can get like Kareem or Hakeem or Giannis back.
It'll be the Knicks off
I can't wait to see what's gonna pop out of that Dark Matter pack.
Duncan, the pass to Dandridge. Okay,
can this guy shoot threes? Let's see if this guy has a decent release for a pink diamond. Please let him have a decent release.
From outside the arc.
No, it's god awful. These pink diamonds that they're giving us move so damn slow.
That's how you lead a team. Literally.
These are like not good cards that they're giving us. Like, I've never even heard of this guy. Danwich? Bob Danwich? Who is he?
Beyond the arc.
I mean, what era of basketball is he from?
The shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
So I wish like this challenge was like for better players. Like,
Here's Oberding.
I would have been happier with like getting a pink diamond Anthony Mason or John Starks or some shit like that.
5 on the clock. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan,
yeah, I gotta score 36 points with them. It's gonna be tough.
Altering their shots.
Because he is really slow moving.
New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
But I really want to see what dark matter I'm gonna get. Hopefully it's not something crappy.
First one falls for.
Because there are some crappy dark matters, but there's a lot of good ones. And I really want... And I don't care which one it is. I don't even care if it's dark matter Lamar Odom. As long as it could fill out a position, fill out a spot for me, I'll be fine with it. Showdown has not been sweaty at all this season for me. It's been the easiest season for me thus far. I've gotten 45 wins this season, and it's been an easy 45 wins. So I think I could play with any card they give me. You know, if 2K doesn't want to give me King James and they give me Lamar Odom, I'll be perfectly fine with it. If they don't want to give me Kareem or Akeem and they give me Joel Embiid, I'll be okay with that.
Tim Duncan grabs the mix.
You know, as long as I can win with the cards I have, I'm fine with the cards I have as long as I'm winning.
And here's Leonard. Here's the three.
Now, when I'm not winning anymore, that's when I'm like, hey, it's time to upgrade these cards.
Gervin against Duncan. Here's Silas and block. That one goes screening off the glass. Right side, Gilgeous Alexander. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
It's crazy because, Matthew, because usually Showdown is real sweaty, and it has not been sweaty this season. Another thing is that, I want to say that this season has been taking me a little bit of time to get matched up in the game. Almost have this, not enough players, you know, playing the game. But something's going on because it has not been sweaty for me this season at all. And usually Showdown is like a pain in the ass for me. And this season I got to 45 easy Showdown wins. It was not that sweaty at all. Like super easy this season.
And so it's San Antonio with it. They trail by 1.
So like as long as I'm winning with my cards, I'm happy. And I've been winning with them. You know, that's why I'm not chasing like, you know, 100 Shaq or 100 Porzingis, because I don't feel the need for it right now. Now, when I start running into more teams that have like a bunch of 100s or Invincibles and I start losing, believe me, I'm going to upgrade the team. But there's no reason to upgrade your team if you're winning. If you can go out in Showdown and win with a bunch of pink diamonds, run with those pink diamonds until you start losing. There's no reason to like have to like spend your MT and waste your MT if you're not losing. And I've seen a lot of people in Showdown compete with pink diamonds and Galaxy Opals. I'm not gonna go spend 10 million MT to get a Giannis, an invincible Giannis, you know, and waste all my MT like an idiot if I'm winning in Showdown with the players I have.
Checked in for San Antonio.
And I think I'm in like tier 5. I really haven't even been forcing the tier issue. Normally I get to tier 2 or tier 3. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get to tier 3 easily. And I'm maybe tier 2, but I'm really not even sweating the tiers anymore because the prizes are so fucking lame in Showdown. The prizes are so whack. It just doesn't make it worth it. It doesn't make it worth it to kill yourself to get into tier 1. And then once you're in tier 1, it's going to be a sweaty matchup every time you play the game to get the same prizes that somebody else gets for being in tier 5 and hitting 60 wins also. For hitting 120 wins or 200 wins. It's the same fucking prizes, the same crappy ones, no matter what tier you're in. So there's no reason, no point, no purpose of like stressing out to get to tier 1. It lost its appeal for me.
Duncan, the pass Dandridge. Fires the three.
And the one time I made it into Tier 1, I wasn't even happy. It was just, you know, a sweat festival.
Duncan defending. And it's Gervin missing. New York trailing. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible.
And trying to score 36 points with this Bob card is fucking...
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals...
Got 3 points with them so far. That sucks. I gotta fucking get some points with them.
Ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. In the know how good of a defender he is.
20 minutes till I go to bed.
Pass to Dandridge.
Same showdown easy for me. I am
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. San Antonio trails by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, but I really can't wait to get done with these. Like I said, I got like 4 more agendas. I don't think it's going to take too long. And then I'll see, was it worth it, you know? Did I start selling my cards too early? But I thought right now was the time to sell. The cards are only getting cheaper. They're not going to get more expensive or go back up in value. Once the cards start going down in price, they never go back up.
Can really do but shake their heads.
Here's San Antonio. Here's Smith.
Remember how expensive a Galaxy Opal card used to be? And now look how cheap they are. Same thing's going to happen to the Dark Matters and the 100s and eventually the Invincibles. They all come down in price.
The first one falls.
But like I said, I'm still having fun with my Dark Matters. I'm still like chasing down the Dark Matters more than anything because, you know, most of them are cards that I want to play with. You know, players that I actually like and really want to play with. I'm not really itching to play with, you know, 100 James Worthy. You know, like, I know they were 100 card, but they're not attached to the players I want to actually run with.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Davis. We got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6.
I start streaming and my little boy starts going crazy out there. It's unreal.
He needs to erase shots.
Here's Dandridge. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly.
I hate how long they make these games and how they make you play the full-length game.
And for those of you just
I'm hoping it's one of those challenges that as soon as I score 36 points with them, the challenge is over.
From New York in this one.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Duncan. Then it's Robinson. And it's Dandridge in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Dandridge. They lead by 6.
Cannot hit any threes with this guy. It's like all of these plays that they're about to give you guys have like just the worst jump shots ever. Kyle Lowry had an unusable jumper. Same thing with this Dan Ridge, Bob Danridge. I never heard of this guy, but his jumper is awful. And his player build is awful. I would hate to have to run with any of these cards.
Here's Dandridge.
You know, sometimes I feel really bad for no money spent people because these cards they give you guys are like trash.
We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. San Antonio trails by 6. Outside Collins.
Why is my defense leaving so many people wide open? But it gets annoying when my defense does that. I'm gonna look into my defensive settings today because I feel like there's some things I'm gonna have to change in my defensive settings.
He'll be shooting 2.
I think I'm gonna start changing everything over to smothered because people are starting to shoot
For
better
San
in the
Antonio,
game.
they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The first free throw is good.
And then after this, I'm gonna start working on those playoff challenges because, guys, I don't know if you know, but if you complete those agendas, it's gonna lead to an invincible at the end of the playoffs. So hopefully we get a team. I'm hoping that
And that one goes in.
I would like to see the Celtics win again, and I wouldn't mind getting an invincible Jason Tatum. That would be really good. Now that I think about it, that would be pretty amazing. So hopefully a really good team wins and we get like a really good invincible card out of it. Now that the Lakers aren't going to win the chip, I really don't care who wins. It doesn't bother me. I'm like so upset and so disappointed with the fucking Lakers this season. So upset and disappointed with supposed King James, the greatest player in the ever, the GOAT. What a joke, man.
Yep, it counts.
The kind of mistakes he made in the game, the last game. I don't think, Michael Jordan or Kobe would have made those type of mistakes when you're trying to, make a run at another championship or possibly your last championship ever. So I'm kind of disappointed with King James right now. Kind of let me down.
Here's Keenan. Duncan with the block.
I thought between him and Luka, I was like, man, maybe we can make a really good run and a chip.
Out to the right wing.
But it doesn't look like we are.
That's the 3 fly. Dandridge can't make it work.
And he continues.
I think for the Lakers to win a championship, they're going to have to get at least one more piece. Because I don't think LeBron is able to carry a team at all anymore. He's lucky to make it through a season. And I think he may even have to retire pretty soon after this year because the Lakers have to start building around Luka. He's the future.
Dietrich passes to Davis and stolen by Leonard. Down low and denied.
Oh my God, the computer is really stepping it up. They're like not going to let this guy score 36 points.
Here's Dandridge.
This guy Dandridge absolutely sucks, man.
Got rebound number 5 here
this is not easy scoring these points with them.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. They could use a bucket. Dandridge can't.
Oh my God, this is one of the worst cards I've ever used.
Here. Here's Dietrich. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
What the fuck is this guy?
He just tricked off a little bunny.
Duncan, the pass to Andrews. Fires from deep. New York.
His three-point shot is unusable. This is ridiculous how bad this card is, man. It reminds me of how the game felt in the beginning of the season, of the year.
No points yet here in the second quarter for them.
This card can't do anything. It can't drive. It can't shoot. It's slow as fuck.
51 seconds
it's like he's running
half.
in quicksand with cement boots.
Here's Dandridge. Offensive rebound. 3-pointer.
I just can't hit a 3 with them. It is unreal. I might have to do this one over.
Here in the second quarter.
Now these challenges are not getting fun. This one was not fun at all. This one is really boring.
10 points for him. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
I've got 12 points with them so far. I've got to score 36 with them, and he is god-awful to use. Guys, when you get to this one, this is going to be the one that kind of breaks you. This is the challenge that's kind of boring and kind of... It's not difficult, it's just lame, and they're making it difficult because the card is so bad.
Clock at 6.
Look at the fucking team just killing clock for no reason, man. Like, I just want to get this agenda over with and see what dark matter I'm going to pull. Does anyone want to make a prediction on what dark matter I'm going to get? If you come up with the right prediction, 75,000
A three
VC.
off the inbound. And some good
On
action
me.
through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead. They're up by 4. And join us
So let
right
me
back
know if you
here
want to
after the
put
break
in
for the
a
start
pack
of the second
prediction.
half.
I am taking a pack prediction on this Dark Matter pack, but bless me up with some good luck. Bless me up with a King James, a Giannis, a Kareem, a Chet.
Second half of basketball
You make the
upon
right
us.
prediction.
We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game
I
that's
may
been
just
so
toss
far.
you 75,000 VC for free on me. It sucks because these games, they feel like they take an eternity.
On the court for San Antonio.
It's just, it's the
And this
longest
pass is
game
to
ever. And I still got to score a lot of points with this
Keenan.
guy.
Dandridge defending. Here's Keenan.
Doesn't even rebound good and
Overding gets
shit,
the
man.
bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely.
This team plays the ugliest basketball ever. Everything is underneath the rim. Where is this Danridge guy? It's like he's not even in a position to score. He's always at the wrong spot.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That is ferocious.
This guy must have played in the
You said it.
60s.
That was ferocious. Here's Silas.
I don't understand, why did the basketball players from the 60s move so different?
Pass to Dietrich.
So gingerly.
Now Gervin.
I guess it's because most of them were a bunch of plumbers.
Just 5 to shoot. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Leonard. Out to Duncan.
It's like this Danridge card, he's just always hiding in the corner. Like, what is he doing? And what is the computer doing trying this hard? Like, it's just one crappy agenda, man. Yo, what's good, Keon? I'm over here struggling with this agenda, trying to complete these challenges so I can get that free Dark Matter tonight.
Comes San Antonio. Here's Keenan. Duncan with the block.
They said it was only going to take an hour and a half to complete all of them, but it feels like it's going to take a little bit longer than that. Some of these fucking agendas are a little bit tough. This Danridge one has been so boring, man. The cards that they want you to complete the agendas with, they completely suck.
The defense just couldn't stop him.
San Antonio calls timeout.
This Bob Danridge challenge is not fun. Like, there's so many players in the NBA throughout the history of the NBA that you can make a challenge out of. Who the fuck is Bob Danridge? Why does he get a challenge? Why do we have to do a Bob Danridge challenge? Give me a Manu Ginobili challenge. I'd rather do that. Give me a Robert Horry challenge. Something like that. So many great players throughout the history of the NBA, and here I am doing a challenge with Bob Danridge. Yeah, it's a pain. That's all it is. That's the best way to describe it, Keon. It's time consuming and it's a pain in the ass.
Here's Keenan.
And it's not even really that time consuming. It's just a pain in the ass and not fun. Make the game fun.
Into the post that time.
The Knicks leading by 4.
There's so many big moments in the NBA history that you could make us, that we could be doing right now. I don't want to be doing a Bob Danridge moment.
Here's Dandridge. He's got 16.
It's crazy that someone like a Bob Danridge is in the game, but where the fuck is Charles Barkley or some shit?
Alexander. Gervin pulls it in.
I gotta do a Bob Danridge
And so it's Gervin with
challenge.
He brings
It's
it up for the
lame.
Spurs. Here's Silas. Oberding. He hands
And the
in there
computer
and
makes
cashes in on
every
the
little
second chance
stupid
points.
shot in the book.
We talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets are always the result of that extra effort.
Gilgeous Alexander passes Dandridge. Outside for Gilgeous
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pop out for a 3 with
Pass to
Danridge.
Launches a 3. Unable to get
This
that
shot is unbearable.
one. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And it's Gervin missing. And it's Duncan penetrating. And Duncan throws it down.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint.
I can't time this Bob Danridge jump shot. Is unbearable and untimable. And the same thing with Kyle Lowry earlier. I could not time his three-point shot. His release was that bad. It's like, why not make, if you're going to be giving people some free cards, especially if you're trying to get back to the no money spent community, at least give them some decent cards. Like, what's the purpose of giving, like, the no money spent people these crappy ass cards if they can't do anything with them?
Driving to the basket.
Like, this card is that awful to use. It is painful to use.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim.
I'm not having any fun with this challenge. I can't wait to complete this shit.
Pass to Dandridge.
It's a pink diamond, and I wouldn't use this. Diamond Willis Reed is better than this card. He can't move.
For three.
He can't shoot for shit.
Antonio with the rebound.
I don't know how I'm gonna get 36 points with this motherfucker.
With that last one here tonight.
But it's completely frustrating and annoying.
Irvin with it.
And last year, the agendas, the challenges, weren't annoying. They were fun. This year, they're like annoying and frustrating.
That one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For San Antonio, they have been solid at the line so far.
Now, give me a T-Mac challenge or Jamal Crawford, anything. But there's so many other plays that they could have, made this challenge after. Oh, Dark Matter George Gervin is really nice, just to let you guys know. If you're looking for a player to buy for 100,000 MT, he's really nice.
35 seconds left in the third. It's Gilgeous Alexander with the drive. Duncan the pass to Gilgeous Alexander. Dandridge's shot is good. Dandridge has got the lead up to 6.
Okay, I got 17 points left to score with them. Hopefully I could do that in the one quarter that's left. That's going to be pretty tough to score 17 points with him in one quarter and win this game. I hope the challenge ends as soon as I score the 17 points with them.
And he makes that one.
Well, check out
this has been so annoying to do.
They're clearly on the same page.
Gilgeous Alexander passes Dandridge. 2 on the clock. And no good that time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
Ridiculous.
Knicks lead by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on.
I got 17 points left to score with them. Hopefully I can do it in this quarter and move on. Oh, Keon, what did they give you? Of course I want to know.
So far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
What did you get?
New York leading by 4. Duncan is out there with Dandridge. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Oh my God, this is so annoying. This is looking bad for me.
Pull-up jumper. Here's Dietrich. Buries the 20-footer.
Not sure how he gets that pass.
It's funny that the computer can shoot with all of these crappy cards, but I can't.
Out to
It's
the
amazing.
right wing. Here's Dandridge. Offensive rebound from deep. It's tipped. It's stolen
The
by
second
Davis.
you go in with them, he gets the ball
Here
stolen from
comes
him.
Collins leading the
So
break.
fucking funny,
No
man.
question, he got bumped on that shot.
And
Oh
guys,
my God,
let's get
that's
your
terrible,
take on the
Keon.
stats for the Knicks.
I'm hoping to avoid anything like that. I'm hoping to avoid Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns. I don't even want to speak their name into existence. I want to avoid anything like that. Sorry to hear that, Keon. That is painful to hear. Because these agendas are kind of fucking lame. And I really hope I don't get anything like that. Yo, what's up, fam? I'm just over here grinding for this free Dark Matter, hoping I don't get a Brunson like Keon did. And I think I got maybe 3 or 4 more challenges to do, and then I'm done with it. And then I'm going to rip that Dark Matter pack here with you guys. But I'm just hoping I get something good.
Stolen by Cowan.
It's just, I don't think it's going to happen because this fucking card sucks so bad.
In the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so
And that's the problem with this challenge, fam, is that these cards suck so bad it makes it unbearable.
Just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
I've got 4 minutes, I think, to score 15 points with them. And you can't even get a bucket.
These guys have been hitting the offensive boards hard throughout this whole game.
Like, the guy that's guarding him is fucking huge.
Really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Here's Dandridge.
Okay, let's see if the pick and roll works. Like, I don't know who this guy that's guarding him, but he can't even... God awful, man. It's so frustrating right now. I really don't want to do this one over.
By Robinson. And it's Keenan missing. New York
He's that bad of a card, man. I've got 22 points.
Got 10 points here in the second half. So it's San Antonio now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Timeout, Spurs.
Oh, Keon, the first two were pretty easy and pretty fun. You know, the Derek Fisher was a really fun challenge, and then the Kyle Lowry one was okay. It was decent, but his release was really bad too. But this one is awful, man. This Bob Danwich card, like, who is he? Like, I swear I've never even heard of the guy in my life. You know, at least make the card not suck so bad so it could make the, the challenge a little bit funner. But it's like 2K has gone out of their way this year to just make everything fucking frustrating.
Coach told his guys to
like annoying.
Positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this. Can they get it done? We'll see, guys."
Okay, David, much appreciated.
All right, I'm gonna try some pick and phase, but his jump shot is really not that good. It's really hard to time.
Here's Dietrich. 6 to shoot.
And it's like the computer's just killing time on purpose, just so I can't score with him.
Certainly was in the shooter's head on that miss.
Dandridge against Gervin. Dandridge can't make it work. And they're running.
I might have to let this game go into overtime just to, get his 36 points. It is pretty difficult.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
This one is starting to get on my nerves.
Fantastic one-hand jam. Gilgeous Alexander passes to Leonard. Inside. Here's Dandridge.
Like this, I think this is George Gervin guarding me. I just don't understand how.
Fades back.
He's like huge.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Duncan's got the game tied up.
Oh, here's a jumper is beyond annoying. It is completely pissing me off right now.
Even in the biggest of moments.
I've gotten easier wins on Showdown than this crap. That's how difficult his jumper is making this win. Is trying to get this win with his jumper is fucking ridiculous. Trying to get these 36 points with them is ridiculous. Just make the game fun, 2K.
6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got
making the game annoying and frustrating doesn't equal challenging and fun. I think someone needs to teach them that. Look at that shit. He can't even dribble the ball, man.
Here comes San Antonio. Duncan with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan.
Yeah, this might have to go into overtime for him to get 36. I barely have 30 as a team. That's how difficult this game is. He's got 22 points, 5 rebounds.
And that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far.
I think it said he also played the power forward position. I don't see how this guy could play power forward.
It's rebounded by New York. Here's Dandridge. And again, New York
And he goes out of bounds. This is so annoying and frustrating. I cannot, like, I really can't take it right now. It is that frustrating using this card. Now I know why, like, half of the people, like, you know, hate challenges and shit. This 2K makes it so fucking annoying.
So New York going with almost an entire new group. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Robinson. Kemp comes in for
let's see if I can get this done in the next minute 5. How many points can I score with a Bob Dandridge in the next minute 5?
Dietrich passes to Gervin. Can't
It's
cash
crazy.
in from close range.
It's like the computer's acting like they're competing for the NBA Finals and shit.
Gervin against Roy.
It's like I'm just trying to get a free dark matter out of this company.
And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. And so
Nope.
it's Gervin with it. He
This is
brings
going to
it
go
up
into
with
some
his
sort of
third.
overtime. I have a feeling.
Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
This Dandridge card, he's got to have the worst attributes I've ever seen. He doesn't run towards the hoop. He doesn't fucking stop at the 3. He just does absolutely nothing.
Take the lead. Garnett kicks to Roy.
I don't know how
Pass
many
to
3-pointers I've shot with him, but it's
downtown.
crazy. He just keeps on missing.
And Oberding pulls it down.
Another missed 3, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Timeout Spurs.
I might just have to, I'm going to have to restart this game, I think, because even if this goes into overtime, I don't think I can get to 36 points with him. That's how bad the card is. Everyone's like, oh, it takes an hour and a half. It takes an hour and a half to score 36 points with Bob Dandridge. That's what takes an hour and a half.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Look at the computer just killing time, making sure that this game gets prolonged. It's unreal.
To win the game. Oh, it's off the mark.
Yep.
And we're going to overtime.
This game is so scripted. I knew this game was going into overtime. That's how scripted the game is, that you could just tell it's going to go into overtime. That's the only way you can score 36 points with Bob Dandridge. They'll just keep you on this game forever doing these, like, waste of a time agendas. They're so lame.
Teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to
But I'm going to
overtime.
get that Dark
Should
Matter
be a
pack
blast.
tonight. I am determined to get that pack tonight.
Upside Kemp. Pass to Garnett.
Is choking
New
this
York
league. It's
moving the
time
ball
to bring
around.
the starters back in. I make it 28. The service
Here's
cut off,
Dandridge.
rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the
6
floor.
to shoot.
Let's see if I move Bob Dandridge away from this guy that's guarding him. This guy that's guarding him is a beast. I don't know who the fuck they have guarding him, but he's a fucking animal. Okay, let's see if I move Bob to the shooting guard position. That maybe I'll have better luck, because at the small, he's getting eaten up alive. I don't even know how this card could be a shooting guard, because if I got this card and I had to run him as a shooting guard, I would rather not play the game at all ever. If this is the only card I had as my shooting guard. I feel sorry for people that just started playing the game and they're getting these crappy playoff cards and then these crappy agenda cards. These are fucking garbage.
5 to shoot. Here's Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Okay, where's Bob at?
San Antonio trailing here. Silas passes to Dietrich. Here's Oberdin. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
There is no chance that this game is tied up without his offensive firepower.
Oh my God, the same guy is guarding him. It's like they won't let me get away from this guy.
Looking to get it going. Rebound, San Antonio.
Oh my God, I can't take this. I might just call it a night because this is getting on my nerves.
Shot by Gervin, no good. It's extra time.
2 minutes and I can't get Bob Dandridge to score a fucking point.
Here's Dandridge. Dietrich grabs the
Oh my
miss.
God, this is bad. I'm going to have to go back to shooting threes with them. I'm going to try to see if I can make some threes.
Kevin Garnett with the steal.
He doesn't cut to the rim, nothing.
Pass to Dandridge. From the arc. The rebound by the Spurs.
This is the most cringe jumper I've ever seen in my life.
To take the lead. Silas, that's good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Dandridge. This one for three.
It doesn't matter how I shoot it. Early, late, it doesn't fucking matter. This guy can't make a three to save his life.
Finishing it off.
Oh, an aggressive move
It's
and fantastic
the worst
finish.
card I've ever seen in this game so far. I really can't believe 2K is making us do this shit.
Launches it. The putback. Oh, Leonard cleaning it up.
Can't make one three-pointer with them.
No hesitation and a huge
Yo, what up, mainstream? Good to see you come through, my dude. Struggling with these fucking this agenda right now. It's fucking annoying.
We can probably
Trying to get me to score 36 points with one of the worst cards I've ever seen.
Your possession. You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Yo, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you coming through, my dude. Been really enjoying those vertical live streams you've been doing. They've been pretty lit. Can't believe how many subs you pulled in lately and the viewership and the likes that you be getting on these videos now. You're fucking tearing it up, my dude. Oh my gosh, man. I can't stand these agendas right now. It's getting on my nerves. It's a little bit frustrating. And I haven't ate dinner yet, so I'm like completely hangry right now.
No room for them to make a
Fucking
mistake.
starving.
Fires for three. And it's Keenan with the rebound.
And you get the sense that
Oh, it's dog water, all right. I may have to do this. Yep, I'm gonna have to do this over. I might as well do it now. Man, you are absolutely tearing it up, my dude. Trust me, I see you, my dude. I'm taking note of it. I'm gonna start doing vertical live streams. That's how much
Duncan,
kind of inspired me and shit. I don't know who the fuck is this player that's guarding him, but it just keeps following him no matter what.
and they turn it over.
So New York wins the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. Dandridge's
Shit like this makes me want to go into the 2K headquarters and punch Ronnie 2K in the face. That's how fucking frustrated I am right now. That I wish I can go into that 2K headquarters and just knock Ronnie 2K the fuck out.
Pass to Silas.
All this for like a free dark matter.
Shot clock at 5. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Dandridge. Second chance shot. It's deflected.
He's been blocked twice in a row. It's crazy. Like, it's like the computer is gunning for him. They don't give a fuck about anyone else on the court right now.
And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here is Robinson. And the call on the shot.
Finally a foul, man.
Well, I tell you what, understated but valuable at both ends. Competes at the highest level. Bobby Dandridge, one of the special.
Mainstream. The only reason why I would want the Celtics to win is to get like an invincible Jason Tatum. But besides that, I wouldn't mind seeing the Warriors win it or Denver win it. My team's kind of out of it already. You know, I'm a big Laker fan, and it doesn't look like the Lakers are going to get past the first round. So it really doesn't matter like who wins now to me. It's just that I'm a huge Laker fan, and the Lakers are kind of done for. And I like people like I like Steph Curry. I like the Joker. So if they win it, I like Jason Tatum. If they win it, I won't mind seeing like a team win it. It doesn't really bother me who wins it. Kind of doesn't matter to me at this point.
No good.
I'm like so disappointed with the Lakers and how like they've been playing, and LeBron, and I thought LeBron and Luka were gonna do a lot of damage in the playoffs. It doesn't even look like LeBron is really trying to put in the effort.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And once he got
I just don't think they don't even have a chance. It's kind of sad. You know, you got two of the best players, on the planet on the same team, and they just look like they're putting a lackluster effort into it. I've never seen LeBron, turn the ball over the way he has, in these last couple of games. He's been turning the ball over a lot and taking shots that I never seen him take. Like, normally he would take it to the hoop. And, and he's over here taking step-back threes. We need the old LeBron to come back. This LeBron that's over here taking step-back threes, just not winning it from us. And I think he's just out there padding his stats, trying to avoid the blame for the losing. But, if you want to be called the GOAT, if you want to be considered the greatest player of all time and shit, you're responsible for the wins and you're responsible for the L's. And right now, I would say it's on him and Luka, the reason why they're losing. It's your job, so, elevate the rest of your team and shit.
Gervin at the elbow.
And they're not getting anything out of the rest of the guys.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hey, Gervin is slight of build, but he's not afraid of a little contact. Doesn't mind getting bumped while shooting. He looks at it as easy money.
Oh, I agree, Keon. It's time to give someone else a try. It's time to do something different in the, with the Lakers. And I'm not talking about just this year. Next year, LeBron is 40 years old. We can't continue building around LeBron James anymore. It's time to move forward and build a team around Luka. Get the kind of players Luka wants and needs to win. That's the only way we're going to win as an organization. But continuing to hold on to King James and thinking you can get him that 5th ring, I think, it's just a drag. Like, it's time to give up on that. His era is done. It's the Luka era now, and it's time to build a team around Luka.
And both free throws good for Gervin.
Free throw shooting is about
another thing is Luka ain't playing no defense out there either.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes Dandridge. And Gervin sends it back.
George Gervin is a fucking beast in this game, man.
Reach Gervin using those physical gifts to block the shot.
I can't wait to get these challenges done with. If I end up with a Brunson, I'll be so pissed.
They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
This card does nothing good. It does absolutely nothing good. is such fucking trash.
Now Smith. Here's Oberding. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Dandridge. And again, it's the
I can't hit a three with them to save my life.
For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Dandridge. He has 5.
If I can just get 10 points with them in the first quarter, I think I'll be good.
Game is so refined. I mean, he just knows to move the ball when his shot isn't there. That's just good, smart basketball.
104.
Oh my God!
Play in the first quarter, and it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for San Antonio. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, I still can't believe that injury to Dame Lillard. That is fucking crazy, man. I cannot believe Dame Lillard got injured like that.
And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Excellent job surveying the floor that time by Gervin. Recognized when his guys were open and got it to him.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
In the last game, I had to do the Kyle Lowry agenda twice because just when I was done with them, I almost had 26 points with them, and they injured him, and I had to redo it again.
Shot clock at 6.
I hope they don't hit me up with an injury with Bob.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Hey, what games are on right now? What are the scores, guys?
It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
First free throw.
I've got them on the DVR so I could watch them later, but I don't know what any of the scores are. I know there's a couple of games on tonight.
So he gets them both. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Silas. He's covered by Leonard.
I hate when the computer takes 5 minutes to decide what they're going to do with the ball. Just prolonging the game for no reason. It's like,
down to 5 on the shot clock.
Just for that.
Here's Dandridge.
Okay, I got 11 points with Dan in the first quarter. As long as I can get 10 points each quarter, I'll be good.
And that does it for the first quarter. New York ahead, leading by 5.
I think I'm getting a little bit used to him.
Second quarter on 2K Sports. And
I didn't realize it was already 10 p.m.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside.
Keon, it's so funny. This game is so funny. When you do shit like that against the computer, you leave them wide open so they could hurry up and shoot so you can get through the game a lot quicker. It's so funny how much the computer is trying to force you to engage the game with them. And I find it so annoying when they do shit like that. It's like, come on. Nobody wants to play the computer 2K. Let's just get the game over with as quickly as possible. And I'll be leaving them open and they don't even know what to do. The computer doesn't do anything when you leave them open. It actually takes longer when it sees you not engaging with them. It's really annoying.
It's Davis on the wing, covered by Duncan.
I've seen the computer do so much stupid shit just to prolong the game.
Just 5 to shoot.
Look at the computer doing nothing right there.
9 feet out. Shot by Collins, no good.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Duncan, the pass to Dandridge. Rebound, San Antonio.
I gotta figure out his 3-point release because that's gonna make things easier.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Duncan. Pushing it up. Here's Dandridge.
Oh my God! I can't believe he missed that easy layup.
And he finishes.
But he makes that one. He makes that one on tight coverage, but he misses the wide open one.
It's an overlooked part of Kawhi's game, but he does a nice job distributing the ball.
I think he's got at least. He's got to have at least 14 points right now. So I think I'm halfway there. Yeah, he's got 15. So I'm halfway to 30. It's just a struggle scoring with them, and it is not fun. Hopefully they give me something better, you know, for the next challenge.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Here's Silas. Pass to Keenan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I need to get something to eat too because I am starving.
2 chances at the line already.
I think my mom and my wife made some sort of stew for dinner, so I'm like really looking forward to that.
And the first one at the line is good. San Antonio.
And then maybe after this, I'm gonna do the playoff agendas, or I'm gonna run park.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free
But
throws.
I'm definitely going to be doing this until I get that dark matter pack.
Can knock him down from the line.
Robinson kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. For the 3. Dandridge
Damn it, man. You're not shooting that hard.
Pulls up. Keenan.
I wonder if everyone else is having the same difficulties I am with this agenda, because it fucking blows.
His game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Dandridge. And it's Keenan with the rebound.
Come on, man.
In transition, here comes San Antonio.
I need to at least score like 8 to 10 points in this quarter.
Blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming. And just
also, this card gets really tired really quick. This stamina is awful.
To finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
It's not even that they gotta make it easier. I just think they gotta make it funner with cards that you actually want to use, so you don't find it so frustrating. But they made this one really frustrating with this crappy ass card. And you know, it's not even anything fun. It's a player you don't even want to run with.
Oh, good with the triple.
Like I said, if this was like a Robert Horry challenge, I'd probably be having a little bit more fun. But this guy sucks ass.
From a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his
But I have to admit that doing it this second time around, it seems like the challenge got a little bit easier. It's not as difficult as it was the first time around.
Smith, the pass to Keenan.
Hey, Keon, who do you think they're going to drop on Friday? Do you think they're going to drop Wemby, or do you think they're going to drop a King James?
And it's Keenan missing.
I really want to see what new card they're going to drop this weekend.
To the right side. Here's Dandridge. And it's Keenan with the rebound. San Antonio trails by 7. To the inside. Here's Silas. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. Silas has got 4 points in the quarter. And here's
And I'm also waiting to see if they're going to drop any new like Hall of Fame boxes. I really wish they would drop a Hall of Fame box that guarantees a 100. If they would have dropped a Hall of Fame box that guarantees you a 100, I would definitely like be buying those. But the last Hall of Fame box, it was like I think it was like a 25 or 50% chance of getting the 100, and I didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. So I don't have any 100s on this team yet.
First free throw is good. Off on that one. So
oh my God, his free throws are awful too.
San Antonio trails by 6. Robinson with the block.
And clearing the deck, the Admiral. His length and reaction time, so impressive.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Those kinds of plays.
You know what, Keon? I feel like this year the gamers relied too heavily on events, where last year the game relied heavily on agendas that when you completed those agendas, you got free cards. Like, for example, last year, I remember one of the Tuesday promos was the Splash set, and you got to grind for like a Dark Matter Steph Curry, a Dark Matter who was it? Clyde Drexler. So I feel like last year there was a lot of it. Like I remember last year you got to grind for like free invincible players, and I feel like this year they went so away from that, and like all you're grinding for now is just packs and hopefully a chance to get something good. But last year, you know, you really got to grind for really good players. Like I remember last year you were able to get Invincible Clyde Drexler, and Invincible Penny Hardaway for grinding salary cap. And I remember last year you can get Invincible Kevin Love for grinding triple threat offline. And there was so many good grinds last year, so many good like Tuesday promos. There was another Tuesday promo where you were able to grind for like a Dark Matter Russell Westbrook, and this year it's not like that. You know, the Tuesday promos just consist of super packs, and that's it. Yo, what up, Dalton? Good to see you, my dude. I'm trying to do this agenda so I can get that free Dark Matter. I think I have 4 of them left to do.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And then hopefully I get a really good free Dark Matter, because a lot of these agendas are a little bit annoying, especially this one with Bob Danridge. It's super annoying.
Here's Danridge.
Because the cards, they really suck really bad.
Misses in close.
They suck super bad.
In transition, here come the Spurs. In a wide open look for
they could have made this a lot more fun.
Get that one to fall. Here's Danridge, and a beautiful feed leads to.
But I'm almost done with this one. I got 22 points, and I'm in the second quarter. I got to get 36 points with Bob Danridge, and it's done. And hopefully I get a good Dark Matter. I think the best Dark Matter I can get at this stage of the game would be Giannis. I would like to get Giannis back.
And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. I'll look at the field goal percentage.
Oh, and guys, and Dalton, if you want to hang out till the end of this game, after this game, I'm going to be going to the auction house. I listed a bunch of cards, and I'm about to cash in on them. I had Zach LaVine, King James, Giannis, Akeem, and David Robinson all in the auction house. And I think right now is the time for you to sell your cards. And also right now is a really good time to buy cards. But I would say right now you got to sell your cards before they dip down in value any further. So I listed a whole bunch of all of my sellable cards. I listed them today.
Robinson is out there with Duncan.
So I'm hoping from this Dark Matter pack I get one of them back, or something that could replace them.
That's the 5 for New York.
I'll be real happy if I get Joel Embiid, or even a Lamar Odom. I'd be happy with, as long as it can fill out a position. All right, I got 24 points, 12 more points with Danridge, and I'm done with them.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
I don't know who they have guarding Bob Danridge, but he is a Goliath. That's how big he is.
3-pointer. A rebound by the Spurs.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they.
I think after I get done selling all of my cards, I'll be back at like I should be at 11.2, maybe 11.5 million MT.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Dalton, hold on. I'm gonna pause the game here because I gotta address what Dalton said. I haven't been playing my team in a week. Tier 1 and Showdown ruined the game for me. 100 overalls everywhere. I can't compete. I've only been playing rec. And Dalton, that's the reason why I don't bother getting into Tier 1 anymore. I got into Tier 1 one time. I was miserable. I was miserable in Tier 2 and Tier 3 also because they start matching you up with Tier 1 players. Showdown is a sweat festival. Everyone is in there spamming this steal button, spamming the square button, you know, getting body steals and doing annoying shit like that to win the game. It's really annoying, really frustrating. And that's what to me has ruined the mode, because on top of all of that cheesiness that you have to deal with, you don't get anything. You're not rewarded for dealing with all of that. You're not rewarded for fighting for those wins in Showdown. And when you're playing Showdown, you're fighting for those wins. You're fighting to get to 15, 60, 120 wins, and then to get nothing in return but crappy packs that don't spit out anything good. It makes the mode not worth playing. And this year, this season in particular, is the season where I've heard so many people say like, hey, I don't play Showdown anymore. I've given up on that mode. It's too difficult, or it's too sweaty to grind and not get anything in return. So even Carlo, and that dude is a champ, doesn't play Showdown no more because he's like it's pointless. He doesn't see the point in grinding Showdown to get nothing to make it worth it. It's really frustrating. It frustrates me. I got 45 wins in Showdown, and this has been the easiest season for me, but only because I'm locking into every single game I play. And, you know, I'm making sure that I'm got nothing bothering me, and I'm completely like focused and locked in. Because that's the way you gotta look at Showdown. That's the way you gotta play it. And sometimes it's not fun. You know, most of the time it's not fun. You know, but I'm so obsessed with getting the 60 wins every season that, you know, it's always a goal of mine to get to at least 60 wins. I'm so determined to get to that I don't stop until I get to 60. Even though nothing good comes of it. I've gotten to 60 wins every single season, and I've never seen a good prize from it. You know what, Dalton? And I'm going to pause the game again. I want to read what Dalton said again. I got to 53 wins and I gave up. I went 2-18, and I just had to quit for my mental health. I don't know how many people I've heard say that. And it's like scary to hear people say that, like, hey, you know, this game causes so much, it annoys me or aggravates me and frustrates me that much that I have to take a mental break from it. The game shouldn't fucking be like that one fucking bit. It should be nothing but absolute pure fun and an escape from stress and reality. You know, it should be an escape from reality and stress, not fucking cause you more stress. And this year, I don't know what's going on with the creators or the devs at 2K. I don't know if they think that frustration equals it being challenging or competitive, or it equaling frustration equals fun. But making a frustrating game does not equal a competitive, challenging, fun game. It equals an annoying, agitating game that people don't want to play. And nobody wants to play Showdown. The mode is dead. It takes forever to find a game nowadays. Matter of fact, nowadays there's so many, like, there's just, it takes a while to find a game, and when I do find a game, it's an easy game because the people that are competitive in Showdown have left the mode because they're tired of the RNG, they're tired of the algorithms. So most of the time that I'm playing right now, I'm kind of feasting on some guppies because, you know, there's so many people that have left the mode. You know, anyone that used to take the mode seriously or competitively, they've left. You know, no one's wasting their time with squad building anymore. Who the fuck has got 50 million MT to build a starting lineup of 100s? Or 50 million MT to build a lineup of invincibles? No one's got that kind of MT. You need 10 million MT just to buy a decent player nowadays. To buy the elite players. You know, and it really sucks. You know, right now I run a lineup of full Dark Matters. It sucks when I have to go up against a lineup and the guy's got like 3 to 4 100s in their starting lineup. It makes the game really difficult. It makes getting that win really hard. Even though I get it done sometimes, it doesn't make it easy or fun. And I don't know who has that kind of MT to spend on getting all of those players unless you're getting MT illegally. But I've got 10 million MT. I can't even get a starting lineup of 100s.
Dandridge has got 6 points in the quarter.
And it sucks when you run into a team full of 100s. But I feel your pain, Dalton. I really do. I feel your struggle. That's why last season I took a break from Showdown for all of season 5. I didn't play any Showdown. I think I played 2 games. And I had the most fun in the game all year. I was playing Salary Cap. I had a ton of fun with Salary Cap. And
it's on Kawhi Leonard.
The mental toll, the mental stress that Showdown takes on you, it's just a lot. That's why I don't know how, I don't even know how Decentric does it day in and day out, competing day in and day out, every minute, every second, for 8 hours, you know, during a live stream. I don't know how you fucking deal with Showdown for that long. It'll drive a person crazy.
Free throw good, Gervin.
It definitely affects your temperament. That's why I smoke so much weed when I play Showdown.
Missing their chances when they get them.
Smith checked in for San Antonio.
You see, Dalton, the Salary Cap is supposed to be the relaxed mode, you know, the casual mode. The problem with salary cap, which it doesn't make any sense to me, they put the best rewards in that mode. So when you're giving away a free dark matter in salary cap, which is supposed to be a casual mode, it's no longer going to be a casual mode because then all the people that play Showdown and King of the Court, they're now there in salary cap trying to win that free, dark matter and just feasting on the casual players. But salary cap is supposed to be that casual mode. And the park is supposed to be a casual mode.
And Gervin sends it back.
And what ruins the park is not that it's not casual, it's just that the shooting is so bad out there. The lag and the latency is so bad at the park. They really need to fix the park next year if they want people to really enjoy it more.
As we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Dandridge, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
At the line.
Oh, you're right about that. You're right about that. No, when you've got people, funding your pack openings and shit like that, and the type of players you're able to pull, it makes the whole game easier. It makes completing agendas and challenges way easier. It makes competing in Showdown way easier. Trust me, I know.
And he knocks down the first one.
Last year, I was 25 games above 500 when I had those GOAT cards and when I had the Invincibles. A huge reason behind that is because I had a complete team of GOAT cards and a complete team of Invincibles. And when you spend the money, you get the easier matchups in the game and you get better matchups in Showdown or Unlimited, and it's just the way it is. The game is pay to win. Right now, if I had a bunch of 100s in my lineup, I'd probably have about 50 to 55 easy wins. It's just that I don't want to spend my MT on the 100s right now. I've got 10 million, 11 million MT. I want to hold on to it.
And that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark.
I'm real happy with playing with all my lock-in cards, and as long as I'm winning in Showdown with my lock-in cards, I'm happy. No, the second I'm not winning with those cards, that's when I'll upgrade my cards. But you're right, Dalton. Without any good cards, if you don't have the most elite cards, when you're playing Showdown, you're practically, you're guppy food. You're whale food. You're food for the sharks. And that's why it's so hard to, get into the mode, and that's why the mode is dying, because no one's into building squads anymore. No one has that type of MT to build an elite squad. And if you don't have an elite squad, you're just going to go into Showdown and get your ass beat. So that's why the mode has kind of died out. That's why the park is so popular this year, because you only need 3 good players to enjoy the park. If you have 3 really good players, you're good. You're good to go at the park. To play Showdown, you need a good starting 5 and a good deep bench.
We've got 1:18 left in the third.
So that's why I tell people, my team isn't for everyone. Not everyone is built to play my team. You got to be willing to put the time, the grind, and the money into it. I just got my best friend recently into my team about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And he was so stressed out the first 2 weeks. He was like, how do you make MT? How do you get any good players? How can you afford any good players in this game? And finally, I convinced him to rip a Hall of Fame box for $100. And the box went completely south. It went completely terrible for him. He got, I think, 3 point guards in one box. I remember he got Russell Westbrook and he got Derrick Rose. And the 100 that he pulled out of it was Chris Webber. And he was just not happy with what he got. And it wasn't a good box and it wasn't a good experience. And I felt really bad afterwards, because I kind of convinced him to do it. Because I could have swore he was going to get something, some really good shit out of it. And instead he got 3 dark matter point guards and 100 overall C-Web.
New York leading by 6.
And he's unauctionable.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Here's Dandridge. Miller grabs the miss. Pass to Dandridge. Tries again.
So I feel like next year 2K has to really fix this game up, because last year the hype around this game to the very end, there was hype and excitement to the very end last year, and last year the game was really fun. Like I tell people, when I played this game last year, I felt like I was going to Disneyland every day. That's how much fun I was having with the game last year. Last year, I didn't care about whipping $300 worth of packs every fucking Friday. This year, I'm not having nowhere near that type of fun.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Spurs.
You know, I'm not having the type of fun that would justify, you know, spending a lot of money on this game.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter.
So I kind of just play, you know, I'm still on the game a lot, but just not spending a lot on it. Just not whipping a lot. You don't get anything with these horrible pack odds. And if you do pull something good, you got to sell it really quick just to make your MT off of it. You don't really have that much of a time to enjoy the card, because you got to sell it before it goes down in value.
And we've reached the end of the third. Knicks lead by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
But they do need to do something next year for like the average player, Dalton, or like the no money spent player, because the no money spent player and the average player this year, you know, this was not a friendly game to them this year.
Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading.
I gotta read this from Dalton. Hold on, guys. That's another problem. I can't afford opening another $100 box. I just want to have fun and play Showdown, but it's impossible, and Tier 1 makes it impossible. You're right, Dalton. Everything you said is facts. You know, like I tell people, sometimes this game makes you feel like you gotta have a 6-figure income just to enjoy it. Because if you can't get the players you want to actually run with, everybody wants to run with LeBron. Everybody wants to run with Wemby. Everybody wants to run with, you know, the cards they love. And if you can't afford to get those cards and 2K makes it impossible, what fun are you truly having? Especially if you have to go into Tier 1 and sweat it out in Tier 1 and not even have the type of players you want to go into Tier 1 with, the type of players you want to go into battle with. You know, I want to go into Tier 1 and battle it out with the players I want, not, you know, some secondhand players that 2K's forcing me to use. Because that's all they would give me out of a Hall of Fame box that costs $100. So it makes it a complete stress to play this game a lot of the times. You know, all the shit you have to deal with. But like I tell people when they say, why do you play? It's the only basketball game in town. It's not like this EA Live, you know, anymore, or anyone else making a basketball game, or any other mode to enjoy 5v5 in.
Fader on the way.
The people who preach budget cards actually win games entirely.
From Duncan on the glass, getting there to collect that offensive rebound.
Yo, what up, Los?
Timeout, Spurs.
Oh my gosh, Dalton. You know, I can't stand when I see like Ty Debo or like a DBG preaching about budget cards and how, you know, that, you know, you can use them in Showdown. Maybe somebody like a Ty Debo or Splash can use some budget cards, you know, in Showdown. But the average player can't get away with using a Ruby or even a Diamond card in Showdown. You know, pink diamonds are basically your budget cards now, and you can't really run a whole, you know, team of pink diamonds in Showdown. You know, it makes it really hard to run any kind of budget cards. It's impossible to run budget cards in Showdown. Budget cards are just meant for salary cap. That's the truth. And I feel your struggle. I feel your frustration, because it's like that with Showdown. You know, it's a struggle. It's a lot of frustration for me to get to 60 wins each season in Showdown. And Los, it is crazy how many builds, you know, people have in my career. That's why I don't get into my career. Because how can you afford to play my team and my career if the first few builds you build you don't like, and it's not like you could return a build. You know, you can't get a refund on a build. So I don't have the pockets to play my career, and I also don't have the time for it. If I had to play my team and my career, you know, I've got a wife and a kid and work. I don't got time for all of that shit. But I still love playing my team, and that's why I played the mode, because I still love it. But am I having as much fun as last year? Like I said, last year I was having a scale of 1 to 10. The game was a 10 for me last year. This year I'm having, like, you know, maybe a 7 on a fun factor, maybe a 7.5 to an 8.0 on a good day, 8.5 maybe. But last year, it felt like I was going to Disney every day. The fun factor was off the charts.
Up again, and Robinson is right there. Robinson's got the lead up to 9 now for New York. And an important part of.
But I also love the people that preach, you know, don't rip packs. I'm like, if you don't rip packs, you can't make any sort of MT. And if you don't make any sort of MT, you can't get any players that you actually like out of the auction house. And if you don't rip packs, you can't get MT or get any player worth a damn, worth running. So next year, I feel like they have a lot of changes that need to be made. Because the game can't survive like this next year. We can't have like a whole nother year of this. That's for sure.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand.
I mean, this game is basically surviving on events, which is just a huge money grab for 2K. That's why they even make it remotely fun. This year, getting something like the door game is called an event. Last year, we used to get the door game after every win in Unlimited. You know, and this year, if we get a door game, they call it an event. That's... After you spend $150 to buy the game, and then you spend so much money on the game, you know, they shouldn't be giving you recycled content from the year before and then calling it an event. I find that pretty stupid.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dandridge.
Oh, yes, I did it.
Dandridge has got 38 points.
I'm so glad to be done with this challenge. Guys, this has been the worst one thus far. Scoring 37 points with Bob Dandridge was god-awful. It was tough. Especially the first time around when I didn't know his jump shot.
And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester.
So I'm just glad this one is over with.
The win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olden.
All right, let's see what the next one is. Hopefully the next one is a lot better. And guys, we're going to see how much MT I'm about to cash in on, because I just sold 5 players. I put 5 major players in the auction house. Let's see how much I made off of them. It takes forever to crack a prize ball open this season. It doesn't matter how much winning you do, it takes forever to crack it open. Okay, I've got 4 more to go. The next one is with Pink Diamond Robert Parrish. That shouldn't be too bad. He's normally a decent card. Okay, but let's see how much I made off of selling my players. I'm kind of nervous right now, and I hope I got a decent amount for them. Okay, let's see how much I made. Okay, so I sold Zach LaVine today, David Robinson, Akeem, LeBron James, and Giannis. First, let's start with Zach LaVine. I paid $120 or $130 for Zach LaVine. I made $146 off of him. That was a huge W. David Robinson, I paid $300,000 for him, exactly $300,000, and I made $243. That's not too bad. I didn't lose too much on him. The same with Akeem Olajuwon. I think I paid $280 or $290 for Akeem. I just got back $240 for him. That's not too bad. Again, I don't feel like I lost out too much on that. And then for LeBron, I paid $600,000 for LeBron on the dot, and I got $560 back for him. So not too bad. Now Giannis, I did lose out on Giannis. I paid $600,000 for Giannis, and I only made back 368. So that was a huge L. But the other ones weren't too bad. And I am back up to 11 million MT. I thought I was gonna get to 11.2, but I'm at almost 11.1. And so that's not too bad. I believe I'll be at 11.1 by the end of this week. And that's how you stack up MT, guys. You got to sell your cards at the right time, and you got to buy them at the right time. And right now, with 2 weeks to go in the season, I think right now is the time for you to sell your cards. Anything that you could sell, anything that's auctionable, sell it now before it goes down in value any further. You know, the cards aren't going to go back up in value. They're not going to bounce back from this market crash. So you have to sell them now. Even if it's a card that you really like, you could always purchase it back when the market just completely bottoms out. That's what I recommend doing. So I almost have 11.1 million, and I'm just waiting for the market to crash, and then I'll either buy some 100s to add to the team, or maybe I'll buy back the dark matters that I like. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I can't afford to get like Invincible Giannis anytime soon, I'll go back and I'll get the Dark Matter Giannis, or I'll rebuy the Dark Matter LeBron once he goes, further down in value. But selling those cards just brought me back to 11.1 mil. That's awesome. It feels really good having that type of MT stacked up. No lie, I'm not gonna lie. It makes me feel really good, especially going into the next season when GOAT cards are coming out. Because that's what I'm stacking my MT for. I'm stacking my MT up for the GOAT cards. Okay, let's go make a little bit more MT.
If y'all played older 2Ks like 11-14 play now online, they need to bring that shit back. It's not the same.
Okay, and I got another shard for that 95 overall piece. And as you can see, guys, I've been grinding out all of the agendas. I've got everything done. This is another thing you guys should be doing. You should be doing all of the Flash agendas, because that also leads to another free dark matter. And all of these challenges, they take about 2 hours each. So you can't save them to the end because, there's 5 of them to do. So you got to do them as they come out. That's what I recommend doing, is doing them as they come out, because they take about 2 hours each to complete. And if you try saving it for the last day, you're going to be here for like 10 hours trying to complete all of these challenges. So I'm just glad that I'm really up to date with that and all caught up with that. And then, like I said, I've only got 14 park wins. I haven't been playing the park lately, but I do have 46 showdown wins, and I'm trying to get to 60 showdown wins. And that's always my goal for this each season, is to get to 60 wins. But trying to get to 200 showdown wins, I think that's just ridiculous. The prizes that they give you to get to 200 wins, it doesn't justify all the grinding you have to do, all the stress you have to do to get to 200 wins. I think if they want people to get to 200 wins, they have to give you like something guaranteed. Like, you get to 200 wins and you get Dark Matter Glenn Rice or some shit like that. I'm not going to grind to 200 wins for a bunch of RNG packs that are going to spit me out nothing. So my goal each season is just to get to 60 wins, and I'm almost there. Like I said, I've been grinding everything. I got all the agendas done. And let's see how much of this I got left. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. All right. Let's get it done and let's get this over with. Okay, hold up. And let me put some players in that I actually like.
There should be more wins for the ladder going to 200. Look how many Park has.
This Galaxy Opal David Robinson card, I just sold my Dark Matter David Robinson, but this Galaxy Opal David Robinson was just as good as the Dark Matter one. It was practically the same exact card. I couldn't even tell you if there was a huge, like, significant difference from the Galaxy Opal to the Dark Matter. I couldn't really see the difference. There wasn't much of a difference, to be honest. Okay, I'm really hoping that I get a really good Dark Matter from this, because this is more than 2 hours. If anyone, don't listen to anyone that says that this challenge was only like a 2-hour challenge. It was way longer than 2 hours. I'm pretty sure I've been at it for at least 3 hours now, and I'm still not done. And I was able to do everything. I was able to beat every challenge the first time, with the exception of the Bob Danfield challenge, whatever that guy's name was. I had to do that one twice. But all of them, I pretty much did all of them the first try, and it's still taking me like more than 2 hours. So it better be a good Dark Matter.
I thought this going to be a better Unlimited, but was wrong.
Robert Parrish. The assist, Dennis Johnson.
I hope everyone's gotten this level 40 Tim Duncan by now, because it is a really good card. I'm really glad to have this card on my team.
Tim Duncan.
If you guys have any sort of pack prediction to make, let me